Alright, so I failed last night. As I was waiting for video number 5 to upload, although it never did, um, I fell asleep. For shame, Scarlett, for shame. Um, but I'm going to slam out the remaining 5 videos um, that were supposed to be part of day 1. And then give you guys another 10 today. So, total of 15 today. And, okay, so video 6 of 30. Um, I wanted to look at, okay, so everybody, when they're trying to change or trying to do anything different, a lot of times you have people who want to give you that negative feedback. And that's why I talked about filtering in the last video. So the other thing that you got to look at is not just filtering, but taking the negatives and finding positives in them anyway. So like I think a couple of weeks ago, I was trying to, just stay mellow all day, and I had gone to Starbucks, and I have an hour lunch break, and it took like 20 minutes for me to get my drink. And it wasn't because they were busy, but they had put my cup on the back counter, and I guess the barista was only taking cups from the front counter. So I was actually watching them skip my cup for about a good 5 to 7 minutes. But I didn't say anything because I just didn't want to try to be negative or try to get mad or upset. So I just kind of let it go. But I looked at the bright side of things, and that's actually something that's kind of hard for me to do because I've always kind of been like one of those people who are like, oh God, like da 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 just happened, so da da da, and it just kind of dragged through my day. But I don't want to live my life like that anymore. I want to live a more positive and inspired life. So what I did was I thought of 3 things, and this is an exercise you can do. Anytime something's got your goat, just pushed you out of complete alignment, look for 3 different things that were good in that happening. So I was like, okay. So first thing, I found a nickel on my way to Starbucks. So I was like, okay, so if I hadn't gone to Starbucks, I would have never found this nickel. Most people be like, oh, it's a nickel. No, it's money. You find money, you celebrate it. Um, Second thing was I'm lucky I could even get a Starbucks on their lunch break because some people are like, God, I want a Starbucks. The closest Starbucks is like a mile away from them. So I'm very fortunate that in my building where I work, there's a Starbucks right downstairs, and I'm still able to go on my lunch break. And then the third thing I was grateful for was the fact that even though it took a while, I did get back upstairs in time for me to enjoy it while I was sitting down. And then the effects of the coffee kicked in right before I was about to start work. So at least I wasn't like fully buzzing halfway and then just drop off while I'm working. So it worked out pretty good for me. But I noticed that once I stopped focusing on the bad part, everything seemed a lot better. So that's another thing. Is just look for positives in those negatives. Whether you feel like there are some, there's always something. There's always a balance in your life. As much as people want to believe that only bad things happen to them, there are good things. Because let's say you're having problems in your relationship and somebody can deem you as being unsupportive, or you deem that other person as being unsupportive or mean or hurtful. On the opposite, there is somebody in your life who is the opposite, somebody who does love you, who is supportive and is going to be there for you. So there is a balance there somewhere. You just have to look for it and not focus so much on the bad side. So that would be one of my other tips is find 3 things positive about any negative situation, and it will really change your way of thinking about that bad situation. Um, yeah, so come back to see me on video number 7 and we'll talk more. Bye.